Hello to all my story lovers. Welcome back in Storytime channel. I'm Pallavi reading interesting stories for you. Today's story is about Shishupala and Krishna. Before go to the story, please like, share and subscribe. Now let's go to the story. Shishupala and Dantavakra. Damagosh, the king of Chedi, and his wife Sudha Devi were extremely sad when their child was born. The newborn prince, who was named Shishupala, was very ugly. He had 4 hands and 3 eyes. Everybody stared at him with well disgust. His parents worried about his future. They wondered if Shishupala would be able to rule the kingdom once he reached adulthood. After some thought, the king invited learned people from all over the kingdom for advice on what could be done. Some people suggested abandon him in a forest. He is bad omen for the kingdom. Put him in a boat and let the boat sail away, said the others. Why don't you just give him away to someone who will raise him quietly? But neither the king nor the queen accepted these as solutions. He was their son, and they love him irrespective of his appearance. One day, an old man came to see the child. He advised Sruta Devi, "O my queen, be strong. Your child will become normal and lose the extra hands and eye when he sits in the lap of special person who is yet to visit your palace." Shruta Devi was ecstatic. Then the old man averted his eyes. "But what is it?" asked Sudha Devi, concerned. "This same person will also be responsible for the death of your son." The queen's eye filled with tears. "What can we do? Is there any way to stop it?" she asked. "I don't know," said the old man gently. "You should ask the man himself when he comes here." For the next few months, Shrutha Devi placed her child in the lap of all who visited the palace. But nothing happened, and the extra hands and eye remained. One day, Shrutha Devi's nephew, Krishna, came to visit his aunt. Shrutha Devi promptly placed the baby in his lap. Immediately, all the extra appendages disappeared and the child became normal. The moment was bittersweet for the queen, who now worried about her son's death. She said, "My dear Krishna, you have given my son a new lease of life. But I also know that you will be the cause of his death. Please, I beg you, spare my son." Krishna was moved by his aunt's grief. "My dear aunt," he said, "I can't see you cry. If I am the one destined to kill your son, then it must be consequence of some terrible wrongdoing. I don't know the future, but I advise you to ensure that your son follows the right path. I will try my best to raise my son to be a good man, but promise me that you will pardon him for any mistake that he might make." "That will not do, beloved aunt. When someone makes mistake the first time, you can pardon them, and the second time may only require a warning. However, if they repeat their mistake a third time, they must be punished. I can't accept his faults endlessly. There has to be a limit. If that is so, please allow my son 100 mistakes, begged Sruta Devi. Krishna nodded and smiled. Shishupala grew up to be an arrogant prince who had no respect for anyone. He became friends with an evil king called Jarasandha and his cousin Dantavakra, who only led him future astray. Further, he reached adulthood. He wanted to marry Princess Rukmini, though she did not return his feelings. Their marriage, however, was fixed anyway because of his insistence. But on the day of their wedding, she ran away and married Krishna. That was the day Shishupala began to hate his cousin with her vengeance. Time passed by until one day Yudhishthira, the oldest of the Pandavas, decided to perform Rajasuya Yagna and honor Krishna. It was a big occasion for all the emperors of the India, and Shishupala was one of the attendees. The moment he saw Krishna there, the ceremonies conducted in his honor, Shishupala couldn't restrain the hate in his heart anymore and began to hurl abuse at Krishna. Shocked by Shishupala's filthy language, everybody around got up to stop him. But Krishna only smiled and said, "Please don't worry. Stay calm and sit down." Recalling the promise to his aunt, Krishna began counting Shishupala's mistake. Once the number crossed 100, Krishna used his Sudarshan Chakra to kill him. Shishupala was none other than Jaya and Krishna, yet another avatar of Vishnu, and Vijaya, who was in the form of Dantavakra, was also killed by Vishnu in a duel known as a Gada Yuddha, in which the only weapon used was the mace. Thus, Jaya and Vijaya completed their 3 mortal lifetimes and returned to Vaikuntha as Vishnu's gatekeepers. This is the end of the story. Do you like it? Then comment it and subscribe my channel. Bye bye.